This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Caught in the backfield. It's Ocha. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Seminoles racing to the line in a hurry-up. Smith dropping to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Switching. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that one. They were all back in coverage expecting pass, and here's the running back. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, and they just didn't rally fast enough to the football, and they make the tackle short of the first down.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, no!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the SMU Mustangs offense will go to work for the first time. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. This offense has it with really good field position. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Noles want to crank the tempo. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing it.
Turning it on! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, SMU!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. There's the pressure. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looked, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. At the 45, on its way. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air, it's Hawkins. He's taking the shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Culliver. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Looking to throw on third. Caught behind the line. It's Broussard. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Finds his man. It's Broussard. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty's going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Now on second down. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
That's caught. It's Broussard. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. The run from the shotgun. Nice move there. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Trying play action. Got it behind the line. It's Culliver. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And the Seminoles want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Quickly complete. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. First down marker just short of the goal line. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Got his man. Touchdown Mustangs. All of that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Buys a little extra time. At the 35, he's got room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Arkansas State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll give it to Johnson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Going downfield for the big play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him,
lets it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments.
The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Well, you get the incompletion there on 3rd down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down 1 possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now, because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Fourth down.
The Mustangs line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Noles will hustle to the line. Smith wants to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes a catch at the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity where they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Going for the big play. Snags it on the right. It's a seam wide open, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, SMU!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Smith dropping to pass. Hauls it in. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the floor.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. Gonna look downfield again. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback has taken notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He leaves it with his back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And the Noles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Smith wants to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown Seminoles. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on second down. Got his man. Oh, look out on the right. The 10. Touchdown Mustang. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he makes the extra point. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Smith dropping to pass. Snags it over the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Shoots it to the left. The sure hands, it's Johnson. There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. They'll move the tight end. Hand off from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
forges ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. To the air, it's Hawkins. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Going to sling it on second down. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting it to the ground.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Second down now after the sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gonna let it fly. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's got his man. Touchdown, no! And the punishment has been extended. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. NC State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Raleigh. All that speculation all week, and now we know the something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks. And here's the third interception of the night.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
State offense back onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Great place to start for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Broussard. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Smith wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Williams. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Give to the running back. Nice move to keep running. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll try the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
On the double. Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Cobra.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be in the future.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The handoff to Johnson. Got the first down. Looking for more. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort.